Hello, students. Hope you all are keeping well. Welcome to another English class. Today, we will discuss Chapter 1 of Supplementary Reader Book Snapshots. The name of the chapter is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan. Well, students, in this story, the author reveals the natural urge of children for fun and adventure. The story revolves around two young boys, Aram and Murad, and how their adventure goes on. The story reveals about that. Fine. So, before we start the chapter, let us learn some facts about the author. William Saroyan, he was born on 31st August 1908 in Fresno, California, United States, and died on 18th May 1981 in Fresno, California. He was an Armenian American novelist, playwright, and short story writer. He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 1940 and in 1943 won the Academy Award for Best Story for the film adaptation of his novel, The Human Comedy. Saroyan wrote extensively about the Armenian immigrant life in California. Fine. So, this was about the author. Now, let us discuss the plot of the lesson. The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Saroyan is a short story taken from his collection My Name is Aram. It was first published in 1940. The story is about two Armenian boys, Aram and Murad, who belong to the Garoghelian family. Their tribe is known for their honesty. They are poor and can hardly earn money for food. They both long to ride a horse. Now, passion for riding makes Murad steal a beautiful white horse. They consider that stealing a horse for fun and riding is not stealing. After all, they are not going to sell it. So, Murad had stolen a horse from a farmer a month ago. One early morning, he brought it to the window of Aram and asked him to come along for a ride. They rode the horse for many days. Now, one day, what happened? The owner of the horse, John Byro, he comes to Aram's house to complain about his missing horse to his mother, where he meets Uncle Khosrow. Now, he is another interesting character in the story, which we will come to know later on in the story. Then only Aram gets to know that the horse is stolen. He gets shocked but discounts the stealing in his mind. Why? Because he thought, okay, because he was also passionate about horse riding. He thought, okay, let me first learn the horse riding. Afterwards, we are going to return the horse. So it is no harm in riding the horse for a few days as far as we are not considering to sell the horse. So it was not the theft. Another day, on their way back to hide the horse on the deserted vineyard, they met John Byro, the owner, and felt guilty for stealing his horse. Now, John Byro was the farmer who recognized his horse. He checked his mouth, and teeth by teeth, it was the same horse. But he knew that the boys, they belonged to Garoghelian tribe, so they were famous for their honesty and loyalty. He thought it cannot be possible that these boys have stolen my horse. So that was the incident which simply brought the transition in the mood of the children. The next morning, they returned the horse back to the owner's barn. Here, a sense of self respect is aroused by a sense of guilt in the two boys. The story teaches us the importance and necessity of honesty even in the face of greed and passion. No matter how passionate you are about the thing, but never choose a wrong path just to fulfill that passion. The story tells us about that. Fine. Now let us read about something Garoghelian tribe. All the members of the Garoghelian family were poor. They were living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world, but they were famous for their honesty. They were very loyal people. They never defied anyone. For the last 11 centuries, they had never compromised with their integrity and honesty. They were rather proud of their honesty. None of them would take advantage of anybody in the world. That was the reason the narrator refused to believe that Murad had stolen the horse, as no member of the Garokhelenian family could be a thief. Fine, so this was all about the Garokhelenian tribe. Now let us discuss the summary of this chapter. The story begins when early morning Aram was asleep and was enjoying pleasant dreams. His cousin Murad showed up to his window with a beautiful white horse. He came to Aram's window and he knocked at the window, and when Aram looked outside, he was quite shocked to see Murad sitting riding on a horse. Aram could not believe it was, and he was thinking it was a dream. But since there was a little light outside, he knew this for sure that the horse was real. As they were poverty stricken, he couldn't believe that the horse was their own. He was trying to figure out if the horse had been stolen by his cousin. Murad had come to invite him for a ride along. He asked him to make it quick before everyone in the world wakes up. Aram, he was so excited to see the white horse. He just wore his clothes and jumped out of the window and sat behind Murad on the horse. So, this was the first encounter of Aram with that white, beautiful horse. Now, what happens next? Now, they rode on the old countryside of the area where they lived. That was Walnut Avenue. After some time, Murad asked him to get off as he wanted to ride the horse alone. That was the curiosity of that child. Aram asked if he could also ride the horse alone, just like him, to which Murad said they will see, as it was for his own safety. Now, the reason being here is Murad was already riding that horse for the last 1 month. He didn't tell Aram earlier. He had stolen that horse 1 month back, and for the last 1 month he was just totally riding that horse on his own. So he got acquainted with that. He got to know that Murad had stolen the horse a month ago and was riding it every morning. Somehow he came to know. When Aram got his chance of a ride, the horse took him to the vineyard and threw him off and ran away. Because he was novice, he didn't know how to ride the horse. After searching for 30 minutes, Murad finally managed to find the horse, and then in a deserted vineyard that had some oats and alfalfa. Now they used to hide that horse in a deserted barn where they had some oats for the horse, so it was quite convenient for them to just hide that horse. Fine. Now, Murad had a way with everything. Murad was a different kind of child. He is totally, entirely different from Aram. Aram was quite innocent. He was quite young, but Murad, he was very adventurous, especially horses. He used to say, I have a way with everything. He knew how to handle every type of animal and also humans. Every morning for 2 weeks, they would take the horse for a ride and then hide it again. Now, that was their routine. One day, Jean Bairo, the owner of that horse, he was a farmer, he came to Aram's house to talk to his mother, where he met Uncle Khosrow, who was an irritated and loud man who shouted at almost everything. Now, Uncle Khosrow is another interesting character in this chapter. He is a very huge, very strong built person. and he uses one refrain, that is, just don't care for anything, just enjoy your life, don't pay any attention to it. And he was very irritating at times because he never allowed any other person to express his views. He always used to check out other person. Okay, you should listen to me, whatsoever I am saying, that is correct. He was that kind of personality. Now, Byro already he was quite sad. He told him about his missing horse, whom he bought at $60. For 1 month, he couldn't find it, and he walked for 10 miles to come to their house. Khosrow roared at him and told him, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." Now, that was his refrain. He always used to say the same thing in each and every situation: "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." Byro felt very irritated and he was quite sad that, look, this person, I am so sad that I have lost my horse and he is telling me not to pay attention on it. And he went away. Now, when Aram heard this conversation between Uncle Khosrow and John Byro, then only he came to know ki okay, the horse has been missing for the last 1 month, and maybe it is possible that Murad has taken this horse. Aram went to Murad and told him about the missing horse of Byro and asked him not to return the horse until he learns to ride it. Now he knew the secret of Murad. He tries to just blackmail him. He said, ki, okay, now you have stolen the horse. Promise me you will not return it unless and until I learn the horse riding, because he was quite passionate about that. Murad told him that it would take 1 year for him to learn to ride the horse. He further angrily added that they could not be thieves as their tribe is known for honesty, and said that they would return the horse after 6 months. Now, this is another humorous, ironical thing that Murad accepts here. Ki, okay, we will not return it after 1 month, but we will return it after 6 months, when the things will be then when it will be convenient for both of us to learn the horse riding. Now, one day on their way back to hide the horse to the hidden spot, they met John Byro, who was going back to the town. Now, this was their routine in the early morning. Both of them used to go for the horse riding, and they used to hide that horse in that barn. One day, when they were coming back, they encountered John Byro. Now, Aram, he was quite surprised. He was frightened also. Ki, okay, what will happen now? John Byro will identify his horse. But Murad, he was a bit mature one. He said, okay, you just relax. I have a way with human beings. I will just handle this thing. You just keep quiet. Now, he talked to them and carefully examined the horse. He admitted that the horse looked exactly like the one he had, but since he knew his parents and the honesty of their family, he didn't believe that they had his missing horse. Now, John Byro, he totally identified the horse. He just agreed, okay, this is the same horse that he was having. But now the contradiction here was that Aram and Murad, they belonged to Garogalian family, the family which was famous for loyalty and honesty. He thought cannot be feasible that these boys they have stolen my horse. So he just assumed कि okay, it may be possible that this horse is a twin of my horse. He just simply consoled himself कि okay, this is not my horse, because these children, they cannot steal my horse, and maybe this is the twin, this horse is the twin of my horse. And he left from there. He assumed that it was a twin horse. Murad managed to let Byro assume that it was not his horse, so they went away. Now, the next morning, both of them took the horse back to Byro's vineyard and put it in the barn. Why? Because the pride and honesty, which were the hallmarks of their tribe, they overpowered their childish adventure or prank, and they returned the horse to its rightful owner. They felt really very embarrassed when John Byro, even after recognizing his horse, he did not blame them because of the reputation of their family. So Murad and Aram, they felt really hurt. They thought that in all this adventure thing, we are going to ruin the name of our family, which they did not want to do. That's why the next morning they went there and returned the horse. The same afternoon, John Byro came back to his house to tell his mother about his horse who had come back. He was happy and was astonished to see the horse was better tempered and it was stronger than ever. Because of the long rides, the horse had become quite strong. So he was quite happy that now my horse is stronger than ever before. Uncle Khosrow again rode. He was there. He was having his tobacco. He rode again. Quiet, man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it. So he was that kind of a person. He said, "It's okay. Now earlier it was lost. You were sad. Now you have got your horse back. Just relax and pay no attention to it." So on this humorous note, the chapter ends here. Well, the lesson that this chapter it tells us that we have to think before committing any kind of mistake, because sometimes the line between the adventure and mischief is very thin. We feel we are committing anything out of adventure, but sometimes it just crosses the line and it becomes a mischief. So before doing that, we should have a thought that whatsoever we are doing, it should not hurt anybody's feelings. And if you have committed any kind of mischief or any out of adventure or without any intention, we all should have the guts to accept it. Fine. So this is the lesson of this chapter. Now, next in this chapter, students, you have to learn about a few character sketches which are important. One is Aram, then it is of Murad and Uncle Khosrow. Sometimes John Byro also they ask, John Byro, I am just leaving it for your own practice. So here we will be discussing the three character sketches. First one is of Aram, as we had discussed in the chapter. Aram is the narrator of the story and serves as a moral center. He's narrating the story. He is very mindful of doing the right thing while understanding the financial challenges of the family. He does not seek to disrupt the balances in the family or in the community. And while he does love the horse, he does understand that in taking it, he and his cousin are doing something that is not entirely right. So intrinsically, he knew that whatsoever they were doing, it was not right. But out of adventure, out of that innocence, he just wanted to attempt that. Aram is a foil to Murad. He was entirely different. He is calm and quiet. The world is full of romance and magnificence for him. It is delightful and dreamy. He was not dashing and dynamic like Murad, but had a passion for riding like him. So that was the only thing which was common between the two cousins. Otherwise, they were poles apart. Fine. So this was a character sketch of Aram. Then we will discuss the character sketch of Murad. The Murad was considered crazy and a direct descendant of Uncle Khosrow. Like Uncle Khosrow, he was the craziest streak in the family. Every family has a crazy streak. So that was he in their family. It was Uncle Khosrow, and next was his descendant was Murad. Murad seemed to have a special way with animals and even with people. He could make them feel calm and safe. He looked after the horse in such a manner that John Byro found it better tempered and healthy on its return. Though he had stolen the horse, but he took great care of that horse. Murad too seems fascinated with horses and isn't beyond bending the rules to get what he wants. Perhaps he chooses not to tell Aram that he stole the horse to save Aram from trouble too. It might be possible that he didn't want to tell Aram that he had stolen the horse because he was quite naive and innocent. He didn't want to put him into any kind of trouble. Murad is a free-spirited child of nature who enjoys being alive. He does have a conscience and hence chooses to return the horse when reminded of his family's reputation. So that was the reason that he had returned the horse. So he was also a very good person, good human being, only just a bit adventurous and notorious. Next, if we discuss about the character sketch of Uncle Khosrow, he is very quite interesting. When you will read the text, you will come across a few incidents where he gives a humorous touch to the lesson. Like once he was having a haircut at a barber's shop, some person he comes running towards him and he says, "Ki okay, okay, your house is on fire," and he uses the same refrain. He said, "You should shut up, keep quiet, pay no attention to it, don't worry, nothing happened." So he was quite easy. He was a very easygoing person. So that is a few incidents that they have discussed in text. So I will recommend you just have a complete reading of the original text so that a few things will be more clear to you. So Uncle Khosrow represents the sense of an old voice who carries himself in a very demonstrative manner. His refrain of "it's no harm, pay no attention to it" is a statement on his approach to problems and predicaments. Like he was very easygoing everywhere, in every situation he had the same approach. He is considered to be a crazy man. Actually, he was a natural descendant of the crazy streak in the family. He was a huge and powerful man. He had a big strong head with black hair and very long mustache. He was a man of furious nature, having attributes of short temper and irritable nature. He was quite irritating because he never allowed any other person to express their views. He would not let anybody talk before him. He would stop him shouting, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." So, this is the refrain that you have to remember, you have to keep in mind while talking about Uncle Khosrow. Fine. So, this was about the plot, about the summary, and about the characters of this chapter. Now, here are a few questions that you have to practice, students. These are the short answer questions which you have to answer in 30 to 40 words. First one is describe the Garoghlenian family. Why and what were the members of the family proud of? Already I have discussed the answer during the reading of this summary. So they were quite proud of their loyalty, their integrity. So this all you have to discuss about the features of Garoghlenian family. Fine. Now the second one comes, why couldn't the narrator believe that his cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse? Again the same reason, because they belong to such a family. They were not financially sound, and that's why he had the reason, okay, we don't have the money, neither we have the money nor Murad would have stolen that horse. So he couldn't find any other reason how Murad was having that horse. Third question is, why did Aram conclude that Murad had stolen the horse when he heard the conversation between Uncle Khosrow and John Byrow? Then, who had the crazy streak in the family and who was a natural descendant of that streak in the tribe? Now, Uncle Khosrow, he was a crazy streak, and who was his descendant? Murad was his natural descendant. Next is describe the incident that proved that Uncle Khosrow was indeed crazy. That the barber shop incident which I had told you, that you can narrate here. Next one is describe the first experience of the narrator when he rode the horse alone. He just fell off from the horse. All that incident you have to describe here. Elaborate that thing. Next question is, where did they hide the horse and why? In that deserted barn where the oats and alfalfa was available for the horse. It was convenient for them to keep that horse in that deserted barn. Next question, what do you think induced the boys to return the horse to its owner? The name of their family, the embarrassment that they felt really very bad when John Byrow had encountered, and he did not believe that the horse belonged to him. Next question, who was John Biro? Why had he come to the narrator's house? The whole episode you have to describe here. Next one is, how did Uncle Khosrow react when John Biro told him that his horse had been stolen? Next one, how did John Biro react when he saw his white horse with Murad and Aram? You will discuss about all the characteristics of the Garoghelanian family and why he did not want to believe that the boys had stolen his horse. Next question, why did John Biro think that the horse was the twin of his horse? Because exactly it was totally identical to the horse that he had. And the last question is, it's a value based question. You can say it will be a long answer type question that you have to frame on your own, students. Do you think that the boys returned the horse to its true owner because they were afraid of punishment? Yes or no? Open ended question. You have to write its answer. Did the pangs of conscience force them to do it? You have to justify your answer. So give some reasons after reading the text. What do you feel? Why they had returned the horse? This is the one aspect that I have discussed with you, that it might be possible that they were feeling embarrassed. That's why that was the reason they wanted to return the horse. You can think of any other reason whatsoever comes to your mind. So please discuss it, write it elaborately. So with this question, we are coming to the end of this chapter. I'll be sending you the links of the PDF links of the text. So please do read it very carefully, the text word by word. It will help you to understand the chapter more clearly. Fine. Do write all the answers and please submit your assignment. Take care till then. Stay safe. Stay at home. Thank you.